Well, I'm
More to come.
2021 experience.
Yeah, more to come next.
That's right. We had the second highest score in the country today. I'm sorry, in the SEC.
Let's go. Period. I'm proud of our team.
I am so proud of our team. Alonza, you are really doing a good job keeping everybody. So beautiful.
Yes. It's good.
You really
Best,
are.
one of the best leaders. we
You're
could ask
flirting
for.
with so
I was like, the music stopped. I gotta get down.
No,
I
I'm saying this
I
part
want the
was
10.
so cool.
Oh,
Oh.
I know. I heard the crowd. I was like, that felt really good. Like I envisioned that in my head, like just thinking about it. I was like,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted.
Oh, I'm glistering.
I like that mask.
Where'd you get it? School.
I ordered it online.
Okay.
It's like, you know how the Instagram thing pops up, it's like, shop now.
Yeah, I do that too.
I had bought some cheap stuff. It's terrible.
too.
It ended up going
And
right
it
to
comes like a
consignment.
month later. Yeah.
I got something. It was like this pink shirt. I'm like, power pink, it's gonna be great. And the zipper went, swash, like it just,
Oh,
it was so
no.
bad. It was so bad. But,
I've had to join this from the Hiccups and Light. I don't know how much it is about. He's very eager.
okay.
Cool.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Coach, can you just kind of give us an opening statement about how things went tonight?
You know, our team was so excited to compete tonight. Our returners have waited 10 months since March 12th to be able to experience this. And what I saw was an absolute team effort. We have 15 available athletes right now that are training, and we utilize 13 of 15 young women. And I think that speaks to the depth. It speaks to that we have some specialists and we have just a really special group here. Tonight was amazing for so many reasons. First of all, it was a new experience from a fan perspective for us, and I thought that the team did a superb job, really led by Alonza in keeping the energy going. They created their own energy from the corral, and that's really something we're going to need to do throughout the season because the girls feed off of that. Back-to-back moments on floor when Griffin James came back from her first floor routine since she ruptured her Achilles and did a beautiful routine following this stud over here, Sania, that really is a dream come true. And I want her to tell her story because she's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and she's one of those little girls that probably stood in the stands a long time thinking, I want to do that. And she had that moment tonight. We had a lot of new faces out there. Maddie Walagora, I think a beautiful story to many about resilience and faith. She did not have a freshman season because of injury, and look at what she did tonight, and she has so much more in the tank, so we're excited about that. You had some freshman routines from Shania and Cameron that were phenomenal, and I think those are faces you're going to see again. So a great start for this team, and I think they would both agree that the sky's the limit.
On the right of the screen, senior Alonza Klopfer. Alonza, talk a little bit about getting the start tonight, but also, as Coach says, creating your own energy in a gym that was excited for you, but there weren't a lot of voices that like you're used to.
Yeah. We have been working since, 10 months ago, and we've been waiting for this moment, and we were so excited to just bring to life what we've been working hard for, for these last 10 months. And creating our own energy is super important. We do that every day in practice, so we're ready, and we're just one with the person on the event. That's how we create our own energy. We see each other on the outside, and they're looking at us, and we're looking at them, and that's where the energy comes from.
Sania Mitchell on the left. Sania, this was your first floor routine here in Coleman Coliseum, but as Dana mentioned, you grew up here. What did it mean to you, first of all, just to walk out on that floor and salute? And what did it mean when you landed that last pass?
Well, like I said, like Dana said, it was like a dream come true. I worked really hard to get to this spot. The whole team worked really hard, and I'm so blessed to like have all my team behind me every step of the way. When I stepped out there, I just knew that I had to give it all I got for my team and just to, do what I could to contribute to the best of my ability. And landing that pass, it was great, but it was all, like I said, it was just all for the team. This is a dream come true, and hopefully I get to do it again. And just we get to the entire team, we get to build off of each other. So it was a really great experience.
She's the hardest worker I know. And when her opportunity arose, she was ready.
Coach, obviously, emotional moment for Sania, but also an emotional moment for Griffin. Can you talk a little bit more about what it takes to come back from that kind of injury in less than a year?
When we talk about trust the process, it is true. It is not an injury that just pops right back. You've got to take the time, and you have to put so many hours into your rehab. And she has done everything to make herself the best version of herself, really, to be able to go out there. When she dances her floor routine in the gym every day, she gives her whole heart. And there's a moment in her floor routine that I want to kind of share with you that this vision is. Right after her leap pass, where she stretches to one side and the other, and then she comes in. We talk about when you come to college, you're like a caterpillar, and you go in the cocoon, and it's messy, and it's gooey, and you don't know what's going to look like, and you come out this wonderful butterfly. And that expression of dance is the expression of what we want these young women to be a part of when they're a part of our program. Is they come here, they go through struggles, they deal with adversity, and then they become individual beautiful butterflies. And that's what happened tonight, in my opinion. I'm so proud of them for so many reasons. I'm very proud for Griffin. She's worked very hard for that. So the fans may want to know that she did score a 9-9, but there is a rule. She was so emotional after the routine, she never stood up and just saluted with her hands, like up in the air. She went like this and started crying because she was so excited, but that is a chief judge deduction. It's a 1/10 deduction off the score, which took her beautiful 9-9 to a 9.8, but that's a great lesson for the entire team to learn, and we'll just build off of that.
Alonza, there were hiccups on the last three events, but you guys kind of kept coming back and didn't let those affect your overall score. Is that kind of the fight this team has?
Yeah, we come with like expecting those hiccups, and we practice that again every day in the gym. And we know that like if hiccups happen, like the next one's up, like we're all in for that one person, and we put the past behind us, and we're ready for our next routine.
And you have to give a huge shout out to Makari Doggett,
Yes.
who anchored both beam and bars, and honestly didn't have the greatest warm up. Again, another great example of your warm up does not dictate your performance. And she just showed so much mental toughness tonight, and she is a beautiful competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Sania, what does this team take from tonight?
I think we can take a lot of things from tonight. We can, this is a great starting point, but obviously we've got more work to do. We're just going to get back in the gym and keep pounding it and keep working. And like I said, it was a great starting point. We're just going to keep going up from here. A lot of great things happened tonight, and a lot of things that happened that, we can learn from, but we just got to get back in the gym and, find where we can get that, extra 0.25, that extra half a tenth back, and, just keep working so we can do better next week.
I'm going to say one thing with COVID, like we know that we're going to need depth in case anything happens, and I think tonight really showed that our depth is great.
Mm-hmm. That
And
really everybody
can
on this
perform.
team is fully prepared to be able to step in and, do the best that we need to do.
Coach, this was a emotional couple of days for you. Can you talk to that a little bit?
I will do that. My hero, my father, turned 90 on December the 5th, and on December the 8th, he got COVID. And unfortunately, COVID won yesterday, but we had the opportunity to tell him what an incredible role model he had been for my brother and myself, and my condolences to my mother, who is just gonna, she's a fighter, and that's one thing my dad taught me. And if anyone can remember one thing tonight, is what he would say to us all the time: if the right one hurts, work the left, because God gave you two. And that's the kind of man he was. And he developed 2 strong children. And so we will take this, and he will be with us. I dedicate this entire season to my father. And Mom, I love you if you see this. And we're here for you. So we'll get through it. And anyone that has been a first line, a healthcare worker for people that are dealing with COVID, thank you. Because the nurse brought the telehealth to my father, and we were able to say goodbye. And these people are risking their life every day to go take care of others. And I just really can't say enough about that first line group and the healthcare workers that are doing this for our country.
Robert, do you have any questions for us?
Yes. Hey, Coach. First, I want to send my condolences and congrats on the win. So, Lexi Graber has filled the anchor spot in both the vault and floor rotation several times, but tonight you put freshman Shania Adams. What went into this decision to put Adams in the anchor spot?
Well, on vault, Shania does a Yurchenko full and a Yurchenko 1.5. This is her first meet out. She had some jitters in the very beginning, and the bottom line is we wanted to be safe, number 1. And number 2, we wanted to make sure that she was as comfortable as possible. So the goal was the first 5 would hit, we'd go ahead and go for the 1.5 if it was the safe option. And the first 5 hit, and so we put her up anchor because we could have a choice at that point to do either vault. As far as floor goes, Shania, I have to brag, she was working on a 2-pass floor routine and literally until last week. And so we decided to change her routine at kind of the last minute. And we just wanted to make sure that if the first 5 hit, we weren't putting her at risk, and we did our job. So she did a great job. I think her competitive experience is really going to help our team. And what's exciting is, we did a good job in a lot of places, but we have tons of areas where we can improve, and the ladies know it.
All right, Coach. So overall, the lineups look to have a good balance of new faces and veterans. How do you like this combination of that in your lineups? And can you also hit on the specific contributions of Maddie and Shania and what they bring to the table?
So it's Shania, we call her Nye, and then we have
so sorry.
Sania, we call her Nia. And so with Maddie Wellagora, is that what he asked me? Mm-hmm. Maddie, I would just call consistent. She's just very consistent. She's a very confident competitor. I remember in the recruiting process, she said to me, I love to compete. It's a gift of mine and I love it. And I just trust that she showed that tonight. And she's still working floor, so hopefully we'll get her out there on the other events as well. And I'm just proud of her. She really has come through a lot in having an injury her freshman year. Her freshman year wasn't what we all expected. And then she really turned it around and has done a great job. As far as,
Shania.
So you asked, what are the contributions?
Yeah, what do they bring to the team?
Oh,
And how do they positively impact your lineup?
consistency. The key would be consistency, honestly. They both bring incredible skill level, consistency, and I feel like they have a calmness about them when they compete. Mm-hmm. And that's really exciting to watch and a great example for other people.
Alrighty. Sophomore Luisa Blanco didn't compete today. Can you speak on why Blanco didn't make any of the starting lineups?
Well, she actually got to do a vault for us. That was a decision, but she wasn't available on the other events, and we hope this week, but we hope that moving forward, she'll be available on the other events.
Okay, perfect. And as mentioned earlier, you guys suffered a fall in 3 of the 4 events. How does learning from this experience and facing adversity early help you in the long run?
Is that a question for me, or?
Yes.
Oh, we talk about in the gym, you need to thank the bad turn. You got to thank the experience, because the attention to detail allows you to learn how to really grow from that experience. It's also important for our ladies to come back after a fall. So if someone falls in the middle of the lineup, we know the next moment's much more important, because there's nothing you can do about the past. And the ladies, getting to practice that only prepares you as you get into more competition, and definitely in the championship season, because it's very possible. We have won championships before where the first person fell on the first event, and everyone had to hit right after that. And so what you learn from that is you can't make up for someone else's routine. You have to do your job, stay in your moment, stay disciplined and focused on your job, and then you let the outcomes take care of themselves.
All right, that's all I have. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for all
you.
the questions.
Thank you, ladies. We appreciate your time.